So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Panda, and right now I am facing a really bad situation. And you know what? It's not your fault. You don't have to do anything. Just observe why America is dying. America doesn't care about its people. It cares about its self-greediness, its corporations, its politics, its government. Is so corrupt. It's so bad. Listen. I'm not saying that America isn't a good place. It could be a good place. But right now, it's not in a good place. We got 2.7 million homeless New Yorkers living in New York City looking for food. That includes myself. Guys, I've been walking in circles for like 48 hours. I haven't slept since the day before yesterday. And mind you, the day before yesterday, I only slept for 2.5 hours. I've been up walking, looking, avoiding the rain, looking for food, going to these community refrigerators. I've been walking from all the way from Clifton Hill, Bed-Stuy, to Bushwick, to East Williamsburg, to Williamsburg, back in a circle, all the way down to Red Hook, and still couldn't find anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, and not only that, I really am considering going to the hospital for my knee right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not looking good as of 2025. I was working, but the internet is so toxic that, they decided they'd taken almost 3 months. I had a job, I was doing well, and guess what happened? It was just insane. Now I have to file these restraining orders because I know who you people are. You come back to this channel all the time. You message me in my emails. You leave a trace where you are. This is why America is so fucking... This is what I said to people that I know. I told people that I know that, like, I would trade places with E. Because I don't want to be here anymore. This sucks, friend. New York City, and mind you, a friend that is from this city, a rollerblader, said something about the Knicks. Because you know how the Knicks is winning the playoffs? And he said something very interesting that is true. New Yorkers only give a fuck about the Knicks when the Knicks is winning. When the Knicks is losing, they don't give a shit. And that is so true. I'm sorry, Knicks fans, but as a native New Yorker, this is what I was saying to myself. Like, I never seen so much excitement since John Stark and Patrick Ewing went on the Knicks. I never seen so much excitement from New Yorkers, but you're not excited to help people get out of poverty. I don't understand that. You're excited for a game, but you're not excited to help others when the time is needed. Just walking, friend. That's what I'm doing. Walking. Because this doesn't make no sense. I walked around this whole area, including Bed-Stuy, all the way down to Clifton Hill. Do you guys know how far Clifton Hill is and Red Hook is? I'm on the other side of Brooklyn. I'm literally on the other side of Brooklyn looking for food in the community fridge. I'm saying to myself, like, wow, there is no one supporting these community refrigerators. And mind you, my local community refrigerator never receives food. I have to donate food to that. And mind you, if you go to my channel long enough, you see me donate food to my local community refrigerator. And mind you, these are the foods that I cannot eat because I have allergies. So I tried to help other people get fed. But lately, I couldn't even do that. I can't help other people get fed because no one is donating any food. It seemed like when it was winter, there was a lot more food available. But when it's summer, it seems like there's not a lot of food to give out for, because these restaurants, they waste, mind you, America last year wasted 2.7 billion tons of food last year. America did this, ladies and gentlemen. 2.7 billion tons of food last year. That's way too much food to be wasting. So I ask American people, who the fuck do you think you are wasting food? I don't ever waste food. I never waste food. If I can't finish my meal, I save it, I eat it for the next day. That's not what I normally do, because I am fucking broke, I'm poor. I don't got no fucking job at the moment. When I did have a job, I didn't have to worry about food as much. Because my job supplied the food every other 2 days or whenever I can. But then again, my job did not have anything safe for me to eat other than, what is it, a hot oatmeal cereal. So ladies and gentlemen, I've been walking around New York City in the last 24 hours. You could say 48 hours. And I cannot find one community refrigerator that has food in it. Oh yeah, it's about to rain. It's gonna rain. Mind you, the rain, it's been raining non-stop. It just stopped, like what, 2 hours ago? So now we're gonna go right back to Bushwick and check the same community refrigerator, which we just checked a couple hours ago. I've been walking in a circle. And I'm fucking tired. You see this park here? This is McLaren Park, everyone. You may want to avoid this park at night, because this is where... I'm not sure if you watch my channel long enough, but in that park at night, people do sexual activities in there. And I mean not just women, it's the men. Just the men. So stay away from that park at night. Especially in this area, at night. Stay away from it. But this is sick, friend. I'm just giving you guys an update. What I've been up to. It's a shame that, like, it's going to cost me thousands of dollars just to see a doctor about my leg. When I can just go back to Japan, if I even had the money, I could just probably go back to Japan, live a nice life, and not spend so much money on medical expenses. Even, mind you, my ex-wife would tell you, I would tell you from experience living in Japan, America robs people for insurance fraud. I mean, think about it. All the medical insurance companies in America are frauds. They're scams. You spend so much money on your medical insurance, but when it's time for you to get an operation or a procedure, they can't cover it. It's an insult. You spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on your insurance and they can't cover you. This is why in Japan, you don't spend thousands and millions of dollars on fucking surgeries and no. This is what I was telling you guys before. I have a friend, even myself. I can recall myself when I was in Japan, and mind you, I used to be a rollerblader, a snowboarder, and an active person. I got hurt a lot. When I went to the hospital in Japan, I paid like what? Not even more than like $100 just for the visit or something like that. I didn't spend out of my whole entire years living in Japan. I didn't spend no more than maybe like $8,000 on medical expenses, or maybe $10,000 on medical expenses. And even when, mind you, when I had a family tragedy, I got into a car accident, my adopted parents were hurt, my daughter was badly killed, and I was dead for 11 minutes. Dude, I can remember the bill. If I can remember the bill, I think the bill was like what, $14,000 for my stay. But no, in America, if you were to do the exact same thing, they'll charge you hundreds of thousands of dollars for one stay. One night stay in New York City at a hospital will cost you $5,000, up to $5,000. Depends on what hospital you stay at. Not all hospitals are made equally. You got fancy hospitals, you got poor hospitals, you got middle class hospitals. That's why I'm hesitating to go to the fucking doctor again. Because the last bill I got, guys, I'm serious, $7,000 just for a visit. $7,000 for a fucking visit. Mind you, I have a heart condition. It's called long QT syndrome. I also have asthma. And now I'm dealing with my knee for the past year. Because you know why? We've been into a very rocky situation. We've been through homelessness. We've been through 3 winters. We've been through discrimination. We've been through harassment. We were assaulted. We were robbed. We were actually almost robbed by knife point by those 2 Mexican dudes. And you guys mean I am a different person. I will kill you. You pull a weapon on me, that's called after my surveillance for the show. These 2 individuals walked up to me and pulled out the knife. And you see me kick the knife right out of his fucking hand and push his head and smash it against the fucking wall. That's called self-defense. It is self-defense. Yeah, America. That's why the world is watching America right now. America is in the center while everyone else is watching. The world is watching you, America, and everyone's shaking their heads like, what is fucking going on over there? Even the Canadians are saying our police bail and reform system is broken. It's not, mind you, in Canada, it's bad too, but it's not as bad as America. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. You get accused of a crime that you was not aware of. You never was even there, but they point you out. You go to prison for 4 years, and you still haven't had a trial yet. And then when the 4 years are up, they start your trial, and then they find out you were innocent the whole entire time. They took your life, they took your job, they took your house, they took your car, they took your family away. And now your reputation, your status as a human being is gone. Because the police here do not fix it. You have to fix it yourself, which is unfair. This is the justice system ruining you, ruining your life for a mistake. That's what I keep saying about. It doesn't make sense why people gotta struggle. I was in Copenhagen one day, right? A long time ago, right? And I was still young. I was in my early 20s. And dude, the people out there were so friendly, so giving. Like, hey man, I can show you. And mind you, they even offered to pay for my meal and my drink. I was like, oh no, I got this. Like, no, you're my guest to my country. We treat guests. And that's what I liked about traveling. You come to America, it's like, move. Get the fuck out my way. This blah blah blah. This is America, motherfucker. Like, it's just insane, man. I'm upset. I'm very upset that I gotta keep walking around, which I don't have to, but I am determined to look for what I need. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going around. I'm just getting pissed off. It makes no sense. I gotta keep walking around in circles. This is why I keep telling everybody. This is why I keep telling everyone. I walk on average between 16,000 and 22,000 steps on average. You calculate that 30 times the, mind you multiply that. How many times, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. So if I walk an average of 9.2 to 11.7 miles a day for 30 days, everybody, how many miles is that? 342, 344, right? If you do 11.7 miles a day. But guess what? You got scams like this in New York.
Earn this New York City medal. Walk 71 miles in the heart of USA using your own time frame, and we mail your medal when you finish. Sign up today.
So this is what I did, everyone. 3 months ago, I signed up for this, right? I didn't give him my real name. I gave a fake name. I gave an address to a post office. So I went to the post office to see if they even actually mailed it. There was no mail. There was nothing. For 3 months, everybody. For 3 months, nothing. You know what they do? You know what that is? It's a scam. They take your information, data brokers take your information, use it against you, ruin your life. That's what that is. Instagram is toxic. But, ladies and gentlemen, I do on average about over 340 miles a month. The average New Yorker doesn't even do that much in a month. You know why? Because the average walker, right, either is lazy enough to take the escalator, don't want to walk up the stairs, always want to take the elevator, always want to find the easy way out. The only people in New York are getting that many steps are the runners. And most of these runners are not from New York. Let's be honest. Most of you guys are not from New York. And let's be honest. Half of you New Yorkers are not even native. Doesn't make sense, man. People gotta struggle. Here's the thing. People struggle and people see it, but people just look at it and stare. They just stare at you. They just stare at you and look at you as if you are the idiot. Ugh. Oh, man. Damn, my knee is fucking... Yeah, my knee is bummed. Yeah, I got a bum knee. I gotta stop once in a while. And it sucks. But like I said, everyone, America is dying. We got a fucking crazy-ass president. He doesn't realize what he's doing to his own people. He's an idiot. Every politician in office, including this fucking mayor in New York City, he's an idiot. You know what? You know the coolest thing I have seen so far? The New Jersey mayor, a New Jersey mayor went to jail to protect migrants' rights. Yeah, a New Jersey mayor. Our New York City mayor ain't doing that shit. He likes corruption. He wants to be corrupt. He likes to be someone's boy toy. Or someone, yeah, he's a toy. He's a tool. You know, this used to be a community refrigerator right over here, and they took it out. Yeah, it used to be in front of that building, and they took it out. So sick of this shit, bro. I could have still had my job. I literally could still have my job if it wasn't for you people on the internet being such fucking assholes. And you think you're clever. So I hope your local police department serves your ass. Yes, these certain people that have been stalking me, I know exactly where they live. Every last one of you. That's why I was at the courthouse the other day, getting those restraining orders and contacting your state. Mind you, contacting your state. Because what you did was a crime, friend. And I'm going to sue you for damages and lost wages since you got me terminated, John. Yeah, did you guys see that video where John called the fucking police while I was live streaming? That was disgusting. That was proof right there. It was you, John. John called the police. Guys, if you did not see that video, I was on Puerto Rico, which is Grand Avenue, right up here in Bushwick. I'm live streaming on the corner, and you see two police officers pull up, look at me, about to approach me and they ID me with a special NYPD phone. And mind you, I have an NYPD radio. I can listen to the call. And this motherfucker called the NYPD talking about I'm a danger to the community. I have a weapon. He literally, this guy was saying, mind you, he called 911 and said, I'm posing a threat. I might have a weapon. He's known for being violent. I'm known for being violent, everybody. So, John, I'm known for being a very upstanding patriot to this country. I'm going to fucking ruin your life, friend. I'm going to make sure that you never get a job in Wisconsin ever again. That's right, you can never get a job in Wisconsin ever again after that stunt you did at Porchlight. Yes, everyone, this guy's been stalking me since 2020. That's how far this goes back. 2019, 2020. You mad because you can't get unemployment. You're mad because you got fired for not only discriminating against me, but you literally, ladies and gentlemen, look at these text messages John was sending. Look at these text messages. You got, mind you, the EEOC asked you, Madison PD asked you, do you have family that work in law enforcement and government? You said no. That was literally harassment and discrimination. You could have, mind you, this guy could have went to jail, but he could have went to jail, but he didn't went to jail. This is what I got to deal with all the time, everybody. This is the bullshit that I got to deal with every single fucking day. People like John, or Love All Animals, or this other fucking John, and you got this dim heart Swedish guy that's not even a filmmaker. He's been harassing me for 2 years. Mind you, I was the one being robbed. Mind you, I'm the one that was robbed for all of my shit. Camera equipment, passports, money, everything. And now this guy is homeless now. See? Karma. See that? That's what you get, dim heart. Yeah, guys, dim heart was this one fucking Swedish guy. He was a racist. He was a pure bigot and a fucking racist. And this is what I got to do with. You read those text messages. So, John, when they served your ass, I hope to see you in court on camera. Because you're going to pay for everything you have done. And that includes every one of you, everyone. You think I'm kidding? You ruined my job. You ruined my income. You got me terminated over some lies. Because you, as the internet, are so stupid. You're stupid. Do you understand how stupid you all are? For trying to getting a person fired because you can't get your way. It's like you're a fucking big ass kid. You're a big ass kid worrying about some other grown ass. Mind you, I'm 46, turning 47. Why are you worrying about some grown ass man? When you're not even close to my age. Yeah, John is not even close to my age, everyone. I'm 12 years older than John. This other John, he's a fucking child. Oh, it's fucking raining now. Shit. Uh-oh. We were here the other day. Justin got called. Yo, if you see Justin in New York City, don't give him money. Don't give him anything. He's a domestic violence abuser. If you didn't see my video, when 3 officers came up here and told him he cannot come back in, well, that was a domestic call. He was hitting on his girlfriend. Right here at 629 Lomar Street. This guy is this is why we don't support Justin anymore. He won't stop drinking. Mind you, I'm homeless too. And I got you. But no, he's drinking. He's doing all types of drugs. He's drinking. Go watch my shorts, everyone. He doesn't want to fucking recover. He doesn't want to fix his life. Mind you, people talking about I'm a grifter. No, this motherfucker is a grifter. He's a grifter. Mind you, he asked me for $4, knowing that I know what it was for. I was like, what's it for? He goes, you buy me a drink. I'm like, dude, you know my policy. No alcohol. What the fuck? Why would you even ask me that? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm so drunk right now. I'm like, and you're drunk and you got the nerve to ask me for $4 to get more drunk? Oh, that's in middle school. If you didn't see that video, check it out. Justin's hanging out with people like that in the park where they're supposed to be playing in this park. You're not supposed to be drinking in the park. Oh, it's fucking raining again. It's food in that box. See, if I was a very angry and unsettled homeless person, I would have took it and started eating. No, because I'm hungry. But no, I'm not evil. I'm not like you in the audience that want to fucking get me terminated from my job because you just feel like you want to do it for fun. Yeah, it was all for fun, everybody, and they think that was cute. Not the place we live in. So, ladies and gentlemen, next time you are being harassed, document it. Because I documented everything. I saved all emails. I saved all IP addresses. I saved everything. And you know, some of you guys that are very intelligent know that, yeah, Panda, you can definitely get money. You can sue these people and get damages back for sure. Especially the evidence that I have, all the emails, the harassment. Yeah. And I guess John P. Herrera, he never learned a lesson since Sportslight. He want to continue to still harass me. So, I hope you get served this week, friend. That's why I kept saying, why are you not emailing me no more? Because I found out where you were. You in Baraboo, Wisconsin. What are you doing in Baraboo, Wisconsin? Huh? What are you doing in Baraboo, Wisconsin, John? Do you want me to say your address out loud? 1418 Gaia Drive? Oh, yeah, baby. I know where you live, friend. You think I was fucking around? I know where you live, John. I just doxed you. How's that feel, John? I just gave out your address. In Baraboo, Wisconsin. That's why you haven't been emailing me. You're a little pussy. You're a little punk. You're a little coward. You are a fucking tyrant. You're not a patron to this country. So, ladies and gentlemen, and that dim heart, yeah, I know where you live too, friend. And his situation a little bit complicated when trying to prosecute that motherfucker. But then again, he's now homeless. See that? That same individual that was trolling me for 2 years on the internet is now homeless. That's what you get from picking on an innocent man that was only trying to share a real and true story about homelessness. That's what you get, dim heart. If you guys didn't see my post, this is the same guy that was picking on me and left very false statements. Talking about he tried to provide. No, dude, how can you try to provide me when you live in Sweden? You don't even know what the fucking American infrastructure is like. You haven't even visited. You haven't even traveled. Calling himself a now film award-winning filmmaker. You're not an a now filmmaker. You have no trophies, you have no commendations, you have no entries of any film festival that I looked up at. You have nothing. But you Google me, you can see me entry at several film festivals from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2021, and 2023, and 2024, and this year. What's up, friend? What's up? I got a website and everything. What you got? You don't even have a website. Claiming that you're an award-winning fucking filmmaker? Bullshit, bro. If a person was an award-winning filmmaker, that's the first thing I'd be blasting on my channel. I've been showing all my trophies, all my medals, all my rewards. I've been showing that. I even showed this on my fucking website. And this guy came and showed one single proof of evidence of it. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, every single last one of you guys that were literally harassing me for the wrong reasons, your time has come. Karma has returned back in full force. You guys are going to receive all the hatred that you gave me right back to you, because this is your own doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, why you think John P. Herrera hasn't been emailing me? He knows. He knows he fucked up. Stupid. You're not so very smart. What you need to do is go take a computer for dummies 101 and read that shit. Because obviously you don't know how to use a computer. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, you should see his penmanship. It's like he writes like a second grader. Sloppy. You don't even know how to type. He types like this. With one finger. He doesn't do the 5-finger coordination. No, one finger. And this is why I say, how the hell does he get a state job typing like that? And turns out, he lied his way into getting that job. There's no way you are a social worker and you're typing like this. And mind you, he's not typing, what? The average is, what? How many words you can type in a minute? Some people can type 180. Some people can type 240 a minute. And this is the requirement for getting this job. You have to write a certain amount of words a minute, or you're disqualified from this job. So this is why I don't understand Porchlight's hiring procedure. But then again, he lied about his application. John and Porchlight knew this and said nothing. This is why I won my EEOC, fucker. Yeah, you lied. Porchlight lied about your entry of your work history. That was a lie. Why do you think I won my EEOC, you dick? And you mad? You mad because you can't get unemployment from the state of Wisconsin? Whose fault is that? It's not my fault. You're the one who was harassing me, man. Because I didn't want to give you a cigarette. I told you, I brought these cigarettes for these men. I brought these things for the people that don't have a home. This is my own money. And you get mad? Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, this started over me buying cigarettes for homeless men and women on smoke breaks. Mind you, I'm not a cigarette smoker. I was just trying to get to know the people in the facility. So I would give, every time someone would check in, they show their ID, they check in, I would give them a cigarette, like cigarette break in 15 minutes. When I finish with check-in, that's when we do cigarette break. Everyone's like, yeah! And mind you, every single homeless woman and man was like, Panda's the man. We need more people like Panda in this fucking shit. Because Preston Patterson was stealing people's food. He's a director of Porchlight, of the shelter. And he's down there having Mark, a janitor, make him a steak like he's some fucking chef. They stealing food and everything. Oh yeah, they tried to tell the EEOC I was stealing food. I was like, really? Really? I have allergies, you fuckers. Mind you, I said, what do I steal? They said, I stole milk. Wait, I stole milk? So I had to bring my medical records, everyone. I had to pose mind you, I had to literally show my medical records, which is, mind you, invasion of my privacy. To the EEOC, They even agreed that was evasion of prices, but you proved that you did not steal that. No, because I have allergies. Why would I want to steal milk? And I said, do you have evidence of this, Porchlight? Oh, we have some surveillance, but it's going to take time. Guys, for 3 years, they kept pushing back my case. For 3 years. Because they didn't have any fucking evidence. They didn't have anything. Only fucking, written incident reports that, mind you, were fabricated. I mean, I said fabricated because, guys, they wrote these incident reports after I left. And mind you, after I resigned and filed my EEOC. That's when they started writing an incident report. It's like, you can't write an incident report after I'm resigned from the job. And then try to say, oh, this happened on this day. Because guess what, everyone? So when you use a fax machine inside Porchlight, you know, it has a date when it prints out anything. When it prints out or scans anything, there's a date and time and a year on that printer, on that film. This is where they fucked up. See, they're not very smart at Porchlight. They're not very smart at Porchlight. They're not. But guess what, everyone? John's been the main character since 2020 harassing me. You mad, John? Because I went to Portland and I started housing people during the pandemic with my own savings? Yeah, I spent over 20 grand. And no one's giving me praise about that. No one's saying, oh, Panda, you should ask those people for your money back. But guess what? I can't get my money back from those people. Guess what? Because half those people that were at the Northwest Portland hostel are still homeless. Riley is homeless. Mind you, he had a good voice and talent, but his problem was drugs. Yeah. And him and Sarah separated because Sarah doesn't want to deal with that. And I know Sarah for over 15 years. I know she doesn't want to deal with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you watch any of my YouTube videos in the year 2020, from April to September, we were in Northwest Portland, and you can see me do pizza parties with my own money. I gave away free marijuana. I gave away free stuff. I even gave free stuff on the internet. Free tripods, cameras, SD cards, SSDs, lighting, fucking monitors, everything. I was trying to hook up the community during the pandemic because someone needed to bring some joy through the pandemic, right? And I thought, you know, I have a good career, I have a good job, I have a good savings, you know, I think I could afford it, right? Go watch the videos, everyone. You're going to be like, Penny, you waste all that money for what? It wasn't for what, it was for something. See, John doesn't have that kind of encouragement to do something like that because he doesn't even have that heart. Instead, he has a heart to try to harass people. So, ladies and gentlemen, New York is not a very good place, but then again, you are in America, and this is where I have to talk about something. See, I got a guy named Brian from Texas. He's not thinking outside the box. Him or his wife. They're not thinking outside the box here. Okay? You're from Texas. Have you been to New York? You said no. Right? Then how would you know anything? Texas is not New York, and New York is not Texas. Texas is on their own philosophy of how they do their justice. New York is on a whole totally different breed of New Yorkers. You comparing New York and Texas is like comparing fucking apples against a fucking grape. The apple will squash the grape. And this city will squash Texas. Even though Texas is bigger, but this is New York City, friend. There are very violent and dangerous people running around these streets. And the bail reform in this city is just terrible. There's more criminals walking in the streets than there's more honest civilians. People gotta walk and watch their back all the time. It's ridiculous. Just like the other day, the homeless man was set on fire. A homeless man was set on fire, ladies and gentlemen, and no one gives a shit. See? That's proof. You don't care about the homeless. A homeless man was set on fire again. And no one give a shit about this homeless man that was actually killed. And guess what they're going to do? Guess what they're going to put his body? On that fucking island over there in the middle between Bronx and Queens, where no one can claim you. Yeah, that's where they store the bodies. You guys didn't know that, do it, right? You guys didn't know that about New York City. When a homeless man or woman or child dies on these streets of New York City, they're not claimed. No one claims it. The city doesn't even send out a memo. Does anyone know this person? Please contact us. No one sends anything out. They just get rid of the fucking bodies. They found applications, they filed documents, John Doe, blah, 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 that's it. And your ass is buried on some island with 200,000 other bodies. Yeah, guys, it's just fucking disgusting how New York City treats the homeless here, man. And those that do not have a record. You from Pakistan? Yeah, that's a little different from New York, friend. But as I said, it's raining, so we came here to hide for a moment. But it's just sickening that like no one cares about what is going on in the city. The city rather hide, mind you, the city rather release criminals back on the street because you know what? It's just money for them. It's just money. This country is all about money, just like the medical system. It's all about money when you don't necessarily need to pay thousands of dollars and thousands of dollars on this type of insurance. This is why I say, ladies and gentlemen, if you're American and you have a good job, you can speak Japanese or any Korean, you have an opportunity in Japan. Don't do what most tourists are doing in Japan. Don't disrespect Japan. Please don't. Don't go there being some stupid upscale, untitled American or European. Don't do that. The medical system there is so much cheaper. I guarantee you, that same procedure that you're going to get here is much cheaper in Japan. Way much cheaper in Japan. So with that said, everyone, welcome to the hardships of New York City.